Okay, you understand that? So, this is how we're going to pour the cement, okay? We talked last week about putting in the cornerstone. And I know you're girls, but if you understand construction at all, and the men that put in the cornerstones, those are the beams that support the weight of the structure, right? That makes sense. So what are we doing when we put in our cornerstone? And I know there's more elements than the ones that we talked about last week. But a few of them we talked about is hope, faith, and the biggie, no, trust. You guys aren't even writing this down. So when I come back and I keep asking you questions and you sit there and you have no idea, it's because you didn't write it down the last time I told you. And, you know, notebooks would be helpful. This is how I know this. I didn't learn it by osmosis. Somebody taught it to me. So it seems that we have the hardest time with trust, right? Because we don't trust anybody. Now you're asking me to trust something I can't even say? How about making use of something I can't even say? Does that make sense? Excuse me. So you can't have all hope, although hope is good. I'm here to provide you hope, right? In essence, I'm a hope dispenser. I can tell you, and you know what? Although you see me every week and you know my personality, I might seem hard on the outside, but inside I'm very caring, right? I mean, you've got to know that about me. This is a very deadly disease to me. I have a lot of passion about it. But I've come to know you over a certain amount of time, so you know that I'm here to give you hope. Because I'm a last gasper. I didn't get sober until I was 46. I've been in and out of the rooms for 3 decades, trying my way. And I genuinely liked you people, but it wasn't going to work for me. Don't you know who I am? If you had my life, you'd use too. You know what I'm saying? Always looking for love in the wrong places. Matter of fact, every boyfriend I had could have been the same face, different name. And I always thought, having a baby's going to save me. I got 3, all 10 years apart, all at different dads. Right? So I saw the hope, and I saw all the girls trying to give me direction, you know. But I wasn't ready yet. I understand today, it's a gift you can't, a free gift that you can't give away. It's got to be in your time. But I'm a good farmer. This is what I'm trying to get you guys with. I plant good seed, I prune the leaves, I grow good fruit, and I can carry the message today, right? This is where you guys want to get to be. See, I come in here to provide you hope. The 12 steps is an answer to your spiritual malady, and hopefully you in turn can start taking others through the steps. Forest fire, right? Don't look so excited over there. Oh my God. Okay. So, faith. You know, they say you can't have all faith, right? Faith without works is dead. Faith has to live in us and through us 24 hours a day or we perish. Faith without works is dead. What does that mean? So we can have faith, but without putting some action into it, you might be wasting your time. It's useless, right? So we don't want to just have faith. And we talked about trust. Okay, so it might start off as, you know, we don't expect you to come in understanding too much, but you're desperate. Desperation is your key to the willingness. You're willing to give it a shot. You're willing to go to any lengths for victory over this thing. It's killing you. It's killing the people around you watching you do it. Although you're like, I'm only hurting me, right? Not necessarily so. Okay, so, I don't want to jump around, but we also talked about these two words last time. Acceptance and surrender. Okay? So let's look at acceptance. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to like it. Right?
Right.
It could be an unpleasurable event. But acceptance is the belief of the idea or opinion being expressed. So in our case, it's the allergy. I accept the fact that I have an allergy to drugs and alcohol. I'm not mad. I'm not wondering why me, why not me. The best thing that ever happened to me, right? I don't have cancer, I don't have diabetes. It's potentially fatal, but it's arrestable. I'm in remission, okay? So you don't always have to like it, but this is how I was, this is a really good explanation. When we, actually, surrender. Let me go here. Surrender. Okay, I heard the best definition of surrender, which brought me to tears. Raising the white flag, laying down our weapons, gathering up our troops, moving to the side and await further instructions. That makes sense? But our instructions today are coming from God. Okay, so this unconditional surrender, by the way, is to join the winning side. Okay? When you have an unconditional surrender, you're subject to certain laws now. Only our laws are spiritual, which is good news. We're off the hook. God's doing all the work. The hard part's over. Maybe too, for you guys, things can be orchestrated in a way that's miraculous, unexplainable. And I know you know what I'm talking about. It's probably happened to you already, somewhere down the line. You think of it as a coincidence. Couldn't possibly happen. I have experiences like that almost every day. And I'm still like, oh my God, this is amazing. How did that happen? No, really, it happened to me this morning. I'm like, wow, this is so great. I can't even get over it. Okay. You guys have your big books? I'm going to talk about, and I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I'm not really jumping out of order. Am I, Joni?
No.
Okay. So we talked about, you know, it seems like a lot, but we talk about this almost every week that I come here. Because I'm trying to give you guys a jump start into getting excited about something that you don't seem that excited about. You know what I'm saying? Like, if treatment was the answer, some of you wouldn't be back here 2 or 3 times. Some of our friends that were sitting in that seat, it wouldn't be freaking empty. Mothers are dead. Babies have no moms. I want to see smiles on all your faces. We are lighting a fire of recovery here, girls. Get excited. It's not treatment that's going to save you. It's going to be a fellowship that's free. If you have a buck, throw it in the basket. They need it. Okay? I'm not joking. And then we're going to find, we're not a glum lot. Matter of fact, I don't know about you guys, but I was like a lot of women. Ugh. Women, I'm never gonna like them. Ever. Because my best friend overdosed. Dead. And I was like, we were inseparable. You ever have a best friend where you're inseparable? It's like Gina or Debbie, Debbie and Gina. Like one name. It was one name. And she's gone. You know? And it's like, well, I should be dead. You ever say that? If God wanted you dead, you'd be dead. God needs you. We can't wonder why it was them and why it's not us. It takes some people to die so some of us can live. We're put on this earth to serve God's purpose. So if you can't serve two masters, girls, who are you serving? Right? It's going to be money, drugs, yourself, your boyfriend, your baby, your job, Miss Sonia, whoever it is, right? But in the long run, you know, if you come to an understanding, your go-to guy, this is a God that won't fail you. This is a God that's never let you down. This is a big God. You don't limit God. You can't. I don't even understand it. If my God was so small that I understood it, can you imagine? Every day it's like a high for me. Oh my God, I want to know more. Like I can't know enough. This is a high you don't have to pay for, but you want to chase because you want to know more and more and more and more. And you want to serve God, and you get so many benefits. When you wake up in the morning, you're like, what can I do for you, God? I don't deserve a thing I have. I don't deserve the kids I have. I don't deserve the house I have. I don't deserve the car I have. I don't deserve the job I have. I don't deserve the 2,000 women's phone numbers in my phone that I have. The food in my refrigerator. You know what I'm talking about. There's just no way I deserve what I have. But he thinks I do. And he gives me so much. The minute I open my eyes, I'm like, God, what can I do for you today? I owe you. I'm obliged. Okay, I'm getting off track. So,